Welcome to Pixar Putt Mini Golf, a pop-up mini golf experience based around the movies from Pixar Studios.
It was a very hot day in DC that day, but we had a great time at this mini golf experience. Everything was constructed on these little pallets, designed to be temporary and mobile, like a carnival. The first hole was designed around the iconography of Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story. This first hole wasn't too difficult, I got it in 3, but the difficulty seemed to vary greatly from one hole to the next. It seems that some holes were much more difficult than they expected them to be, while others were just fine. Here's the turning red hole, depicting the transformation into the red panda. At the center of everything was this golf cart, designed to look like the Pizza Planet truck. Fans of Pixar films will recognize that as an Easter egg that's included in just about every Pixar film. And here's a closer look at it. Here at the Wall-E hole, if you put your ball into the plant coming out of Eve there, then it'll funnel the ball to a position close to the hole. And this is the Monsters Inc. hole, and I like this one a lot. I like these little miniature Monsters Inc. doors you have to putt through. I like the color of the green, inspired by the fur on Sully. This one's clearly based on Toy Story 4, given the ventriloquist dummy, but the sign only says Toy Story. The Finding Nemo hole had a really cool design, though it felt a little weird to be putting across a pier instead of a green here, and sometimes the ball would get stuck in the grooves. There were actually 4 holes at this Incredibles hole. You putt underneath the Omnidroid and it distributes it to one of those 4 sections, and then you putt from there. Here's the Ratatouille hole, and here you're supposed to putt around all these obstacles and then get it through the chef's hat. There's a little shortcut. You can actually just put it around that piece of cheese with the wedge missing. The claw! We did sometimes have to wait to play the next hole. As you can see, there's a lot of people around, so it's pretty popular. Theoretically, if you could hit the ball through this little track inside Lightning McQueen's number, it would deposit it right by the hole. But that's a pretty difficult shot, and it was much easier just to putt around it. Are there any Bugs Life fans out there? It was only the second Pixar film, and I feel like it's starting to get lost in the shuffle now. This Coco hole had a complicated setup, but it was fun. If you put the ball across these guitar strings, you would deposit it here, but then you still have to hit it over this bridge. Here at the Inside Out hole, your ball is sort of a stand-in for the memory orbs. By the way, at the time I record this, Inside Out 2 is still in theaters, and it's a great movie. At the Onward hole, you put the ball up this ramp to get it through that van. Onward? Yeah, I saw. Does anybody remember Onward? I feel like it didn't do too well. Lightyear's another one that didn't do well. In fact, I haven't even seen it yet myself. I do like the spacey look of this hole. This is the Soul hole. And it would have been fun if these piano keys played some notes when the ball hit them, but unfortunately that was a bit too much to ask, I think. At the Luca hole, it was just way too hard to get the ball up the ramp and over through that village. We ended up just putting it over that little wall there. The last hole was up, and it was fun. Carl's house flies your golf balls all the way to Paradise Falls before you put them in the hole. And that was it. I know I certainly had a great time. Anything to add, Woody and Buzz?